Like right now, how are you? Are you okay?
I'm good. Yeah,
Like
I'm good
you
now.
good?
Like I said, I got I ain't got them cast on.
You gotta get. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Day Rose Show. This is Off the Clock Podcast. Now, what I need you to do is subscribe at the bottom. Okay, right here on YouTube, and if you go on Instagram, it's at Day Rose Show, and it's the Off the Clock Podcast. So, for our next show, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Welcome to today's episode of Day Rose Show. I'm thrilled to introduce our special guest, a standout talent in the NFL, a key player for the Detroit Lions, my favorite team. Cornerback Amik Robertson. He was born and raised in Thibodaux, Louisiana, down there in the South, and I know we up here in the North, okay? Amik's journey from a three-star recruit for the high school, becoming a first-team All-American at Louisiana Tech, nothing short of inspiring. Selected by the Las Vegas Raiders in the 4th round of the 2020 NFL Draft during COVID, everybody. He has consistently demonstrated exceptional skills and determination on the field. In 2024, Amik joined us, the Detroit Lions, where he continued to excel, recording 50 tackles and leading the team to 3 forced fumbles. Beyond the impressive stats, Amik's resilience and dedication has made him a presence in this league. So please join me, y'all, in welcoming Amik Robertson. All right, man, what's up?
What's up,
How you
man? What's up?
feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
You
good, man.
feeling
Glad to
good?
have glad to have me on here, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me on here.
All right, so I really appreciate you for joining. So I have a question that I try to ask most of the athletes when they first start. What age did you start, and why did you start football? Because you could have played basketball, could have did any other
And I'm really
sport.
nice. I'm really nice in basketball. But
In
nah, I
basketball?
started playing. I started playing football when I was 5 or 6. My uncle put me into football when I was in Houston. I moved from here. Moved from Louisiana. I moved from Louisiana and moved with him
Mm-hmm.
to Houston. And I used to play throw up tackle with my older cousins. They used to be playing on their knees, but I was running around with nobody because they was bigger than me. And he saw me. He saw that I liked doing it. And one day, man, he signed me up. I was driving in the car. He brought me to a field with buku kids, and I just fell
Hey,
right in the first year. Man, I was MVP. I think I was about 5, 6 years old.
at the age of 5?
5 or 6, one of them. I don't want to lie. 5 or 6. Yeah.
Okay, so out here we have a program called Sound Mind, Sound Body. And it has all of the kids aging from 5 probably up into 17. Do you guys have like a little league out there that you was a part of, or is this something that you were just working on?
In Houston or in Louisiana?
Actually, both. If you want to start with Houston, did you
I
guys have
don't
a little league?
really remember before I came to Houston,
Mm-hmm.
but when I came to Houston, I played for the Hurricanes. It was younger league, whatever. And then I moved when I like 2 years after that, I moved back to Louisiana, moved to
Okay.
Thibodaux, and I played for the same Hurricanes team. And yeah, so I would say we got a little league, but it's kind of I think now that certain kids a lot of kids not really playing a lot. A lot of kids want to play Fortnite on the game, so they put it's a team called the Vikings and the Hurricanes. It's a Thibodaux team. They put those teams together now, because so they can make the team bigger.
Okay, so would you say the city that you grew up in, is it like a small city? So it would be smaller
Yeah,
than Detroit, basically, right?
yeah. Thibodaux is very small, man. Very small.
How many high schools would you say?
Thibodeau has two high schools.
Okay, so I see
Ed
now.
White, Ed White, and Thibodeau High School.
Okay, so were you playing any other sports besides football when you got to high school?
Yeah, I was playing basketball. I was playing basketball, and I ran track.
What position in basketball?
What's crazy,
I
man?
want to say guard, but
I played the 1, 2, and 3. Even though we was 5'8", the coach just put the best guys on the court, and I was a guy that I was all around. I could score, I could play defense, I could rebound, because I was athletic. The 7'9",
is
I was dunking when I was dunking, so like I could go get rebounds and all that.
I'm gonna have to find a
I played the
video
1, 2.
about you
Yeah,
dunking.
I was trying to show one of my teammates before I left, man, me dunking because my brother posted it in the game. Nobody knew I could dunk,
Mhm.
and I got a steal in the game, and I dunked it. Everybody was like, "Man, we didn't know you could," and I took off like a real, and there was no baby dunk. It was a big dunk.
Like you know what is crazy? I used to play basketball. I played basketball in high school and I played basketball in college. To this day, you could not catch me watching a basketball game. But
Love
that's
basketball.
crazy. I think it's the most I think it's a boring sport. But when I do see dunks, I've noticed that the windmill dunk, I think, is my favorite. So would you be able to say you were a regular person that could just dunk or just the
Yeah, I ain't lying. Yeah, I was small, I was short, man. I ain't gonna say I was windmill dunking, but I could go up there and
you
slam
go
it
up
though.
there, pant.
Yeah, I could slam it. I could go up there and slam it, but I wouldn't windmill dunking like that. My vertical wouldn't have 40, 48, 50 now. It wouldn't.
Okay, so describe how you felt at your senior night for high school.
I feel good, man. Just to be able to play the game that I love. My mom wasn't really able to come to too many of my games when I was younger,
Mm.
for whatever reasons. She wasn't able, but senior night, she was there. And the guy that put me in football when I was young, he was there. My uncle. I got that picture, I think, on my Facebook. It was a special night, and of course, I think I had probably about 4 or 5 touchdowns that night. So it was definitely a night to remember. And I remember them making they made like a picture frame for me.
Oh, the big one. Did they have
Yeah,
the
it
jersey
was.
in it?
Now I don't think it had the jersey in it, but it had like buku pictures of me and
Mm-hmm.
different games. And it was definitely a special night, man. It was definitely a special night. And we won.
Yeah. And you won.
Yeah, and we won.
Have you been back to your high school lately for like the homecoming or how does that work?
I wasn't able to, man, because of the season. I wasn't able to, I
Okay,
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
able to
Louisiana.
because of the season. Yeah, I wasn't able to because of the season. I went with the Raiders because I think one time we had a bye week, but I think the bye week we had this time they played away. They didn't play home, so I wasn't able to attend.
Okay. So do you keep in touch with anybody from high school though? Your
Yeah, I
teammates?
keep in touch with the principal now, Miss Abel. Teachers, we talking about teachers.
Yeah, I'm talking about players too. Like, you know how you get friends? Like, this been my friend since high school. Like, you
Yeah,
still keep in touch with them?
everybody that I interacted with in high school, 90% of the people I interacted with high school, I still interact with them today. Teachers, I still talk to my our trainer, our physical trainer there.
Hmm.
I was very, very close with the high school coach there. Now the high school coach there is a guy that I knew and I trained with. Lowell Narcisse, one of the best high schoolers, that came out when I was in high school. He was a
That's
5-star
sweet.
quarterback. Me and him got a relationship. Like I said before, the principal. It's so many
Some of
names.
them.
My friends. I'm still close with the same guys I was with in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Same,
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
I
I'm
trust my
that
high
same
school
guy.
friends.
Yeah, that same guy.
Okay, you were just talking about your mom, and I had read a fact online that your name is it really the reverse of your mom's name?
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. It's crazy. I didn't even like it at first. I didn't even like it at first. I was kind of, because they used to call me A Milk.
A milk?
Or they used to pronounce my. I used to hate when they pronounce my name wrong. I, what I'm saying? Be like, man, my name is Amik, but I didn't like it. But then when I learned that it was my mama, I ain't learned that was my mama name spelled backwards till I was older. And when
Really?
like then it was unique, and I like being unique. You know what I'm saying? And I cherish that name, man. I love it.
No, listen, I understand. A lot of people do not know this, but I did change my name. Used to be Day Era. So my mom and them was like, it's just like Day Era, Sierra, Kiera. I'm like, no, that's ghetto. We're not doing
It
that.
was Dan. Dane era.
Day Era, right? DAY.
Okay, okay, okay.
So when I got older, I cut the era. Like, I'm not doing this. Like Day Era Brown, it didn't work. So I legally changed my name to just Day.
That's
So for
crazy.
everybody out there that didn't know
That's
that,
crazy. I didn't know that. Man, that's
I
crazy.
did change my name.
That's crazy.
So
I didn't know you could change
question,
your name. How old you
huh?
got to be to change your name? How old you got it? You actually got it like 18?
Okay, so look, digging deep into it. When I was born, my parents they spelled my name wrong, and I don't care what nobody say. They spelled it wrong. They spelled it Diarra, and that does not pronounce Dare. So when I got to high school, I changed it. You letting a high school, student change your name, so I spelled it to Day apostrophe ERA. I mean, I've never been bullied or talked about, but I hated it. People would substitute teachers would be like Diarrhea Brown, and then my last name being Brown, I'm like,
It's
oh
tough,
my
bro.
god.
Tough.
So no, I
Tough.
dropped it. I couldn't do it.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
So for everybody, my name used to be something totally different, but if you ever catch me on the streets, do not call me. I take it very personal. I'm a Leo and I'm a fire sign, so do not
No,
call me by it. It'll be a problem.
I know now.
Yeah, no. So Being that where you are right now, what would you tell high school Amik?
Being where I'm at now, I would tell a high school Meek,
Mm-hmm.
the high school Meek. You know what though? That's kind of, I would tell him continue doing what he's doing because in the
Mm-hmm.
high school Meek was the same hunger, the
Same
same.
one.
If you go back, and you look at my old photos and my old tweets and my old, it was the same.
Mm-hmm.
The same
The
how I tweet
same.
now. I tweet. I envision. I've always envisioned of me being in this position. That's why when I make plays and I do stuff, I always want more. Like I always expect more for myself. So like I
No, that
say,
makes
for
sense.
career days and all that, when everybody was engineers and I had the football bands on and the football gloves and the towel in the back, and people like, that's not really a. I'm like, they were like, you
No, it
need.
is.
They was like, you need a plan B. I'm like, this is my plan B. So I've always known. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to sound. I've always known that I was going to the NFL. Nobody couldn't tell me.
Nobody could
So the
tell you.
mindset that the younger Amik Robinson had, he was the same humble, the same hungry. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
all
the
I would
same
tell a
person.
younger me, I would tell a younger me,
Like we did it.
yeah, like well, if I'm talking to the younger me, I
Mm-hmm.
would tell my younger self keep going because of course you got to keep grinding. But if I'm telling my younger self, if my younger self is talking to the me now, I
Mm-hmm.
would say, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's because man, when I was younger, man, I was the same way, man. High school, I was the same way, same way, same way, same way.
No, I get it. I'm telling you, when I was younger, I knew like I'm not playing basketball. I tore my ACL. I broke my pinky. I'm like, oh, this is not life. This sport
You
thing is
know,
not.
I tore my ACL.
You tore your ACL?
You didn't know that? I know everybody. I tore it in high school. I
You
got
tore your
the
ACL in high school? What? Okay, what
in high school.
year? I
It
mean,
was
like
my.
sophomore year.
What's crazy? Believe it or not, and and a lot of people that when I tell them this in person, they be like, "He's lying." But I don't have to tell. I don't have to sell a story. Like
Why
my
would somebody
story
say
is
you're
what it is.
lying?
Because nobody. If I tell you right now, I play with a torn ACL, you'll be like, "Nah, he's bull."
No, I can believe it though, because I understand though. Like if you had the little metal brace on and still was doing it.
So I didn't know it was torn. So
Wait, what?
I didn't know it was torn. So I thought I just hyperextended it, right? I played with it. I played like I was out for about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I just played with it kind of. I played with a sleeve. I'm thinking, because it's all about mental. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
man, I'm good. When I told myself I was good, I just played on it. But it was kind of like, hurting every now and then, but it was okay. But my dad, I remember one time after the season, dad was like, man,
Mm-hmm.
let's go get it checked out. Let's go see. And we went, got an MRI. I'm like, man, Pop, I'm good. But my pop's like, man, your knee keeps swelling up. Like, let's just go make sure you good. We ain't get an MRI, man. And I'm watching. I remember watching. I'm at home watching highlights, like trying to get ready for the summer. Like I'm about to go hard this summer.
Yeah, I'm about to go hard.
And he called me. I was like, look, man, your results came. I'm like, I'm good. He was like, nah, man. He said you got a torn ACL. And it been torn for some while because the blood was dried up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but at the time I didn't know what a torn ACL. I'm like, what? He was
What's
like, yeah. He said a good thing about it is I found out on a Saturday. He said the good thing about it is you're gonna get surgery ASAP. Like you're gonna get surgery Monday. I just
so
dropped
you
the
got
phone.
that long scar going down the
Yeah,
knee?
yeah.
Yeah, I got that
It's not a long scar. I got the scope. I got like the little. You can see two
when
holes.
they went in through the other side,
Yeah,
the
yeah. Like,
two.
and they did like a.
Mm-hmm.
They did it with like it was crazy how they did it. But they took a piece of I think my hammy,
Yeah, I took a
piece of
piece of
my
that and put
hammy,
it over there.
and they put it in my.
Oh
And
no.
I've been good ever since. Like if you see me move and play, people be like, I ain't know you tore your
No, he
ACL.
tore ACL. Oh no. If
Yeah,
you see me walking, I swear after about 2 hours,
yeah,
you're gonna know I tore my ACL because I have the long scar. They was like, you think you're gonna continue playing? I'm like, nah, this is it.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
think, but
going.
I think after I tore it though, after I tore it, my dad, I didn't play basketball my senior. He was like, because I knew already. I'm like, I think I know. I think my junior and my senior, I didn't play basketball because I played it because I love basketball. I love the competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I love scoring. Because I love basketball. It's like he was like, look, man, you 5'9". We not going to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could dunk and all that, but you're not scoring 50 a game and just doing some Nate Robinson. Like I'm like, okay, and
Okay.
I
Okay,
walked away from the game of basketball.
I
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Yeah, no. I'm 5'7", so they was like, you're barely a guard height, so
But it's different though. Women are different. Like women ain't
No,
just
no,
dunking in. You know what I'm saying? Like you could
they
be a
taller
5'7".
now.
Yeah, yeah, they are now. Yeah, they are now.
No, they taller. When I got to college, first I went to Adrian, it's out here in Michigan, and then I went to Eastern. And I'm like, ooh, I'm playing forward, power forward at my high school. When I get to college, like, oh, I'm a shorty.
Yeah.
No, so I understand. All right, so in high school, though, you had a kid at the age of 15. Now, I also had my daughter young, so I'm telling you that is my motivation. She has pushed me to be who
Mm.
I am today. Like, I swear, honestly, if I didn't have her, I don't know, I would have been a little lazy. But can you explain that? How did you feel? Like, what was that a motivation for you to continue what you're doing now?
I'm not gonna say when it first happened. It
Uh-huh.
was. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't.
No,
It
I
was. It
know.
was. It was. It was. It was very. I was very. I was very frustrated. It
Hmm.
was. It was depressing. I was depressing. I mean, it was very depressing. But I think everything happened for a reason.
Facts.
I went my my dad came into my life at the right time. So
Hmm.
he said, my dad, like I said, my dad was incarcerated, whatever, when I was younger. So he wasn't
Hmm.
really in my life for like my first 5 years, six, no, not well, my first couple of like a while. So he came into my life at a crucial time, and the things he told me was like, be there for your son physically, and I'm gonna do everything financially. Like, so I didn't have to quit football. I didn't have to go get a job. I quit football and go get a job. I strictly could have just be there for my son and focus on football and school. So he was a person that helped me throughout that process.
See
Scott, I
through.
think, man, after I held my son, after he was born, like the day he was born,
Was you like,
it hit me like, yes, like
this is my
I told him,
human?
man, I told him, I'm like, man, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna, anytime it get hard, anytime I'm gonna think about my son. Like, I'm gonna work my tail off. I'm not gonna make no excuse for myself.
No,
I
you got
tell him
somebody counting
he's
on you.
he's 10-9. I tell him, man, in certain situations we having those father and son talks. Like he's older now, so I can really talk to him how I want to, And every time
Talk
I
to
talk
him.
to him, I tell him like, you're the reason why I got all this and we got all this. You the number one reason. You know what I'm saying?
And
Of
the
course,
number one
God
reason.
blessed me with it, but you are a key part of why all this is possible. You tear up almost every time, but yeah, man, I love him to death, man. I'm kind of hard on him because that's how I was. My uncle was hard on me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard on him, but I'm kind of I give him tough love. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that this world, man, it can be tough at times. As a man too. So, yeah, man, he's a very big, big important part of my life.
Okay, and what's his name?
His name is Aiden.
Aiden? Oh, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to try to flip your name and some letters to create
I
his
tried
name.
to. I tried. Well, what we
Wait,
did was
how?
his mom name is Sydney. His mom name
Okay.
is
Why it, nope, wouldn't work.
SY. We try to make it. So his name is AYDEN. We just try to make something.
Yeah, to
But
make
nah,
it put
yeah. And I didn't want him to be a junior because I want him to be his own. I want
his
him to
own
be.
person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, that makes sense. I mean, my daughter, her name is Callie. Her dad is from California. So that's how she got her name with a K. But no, and what's the funny story about my daughter is I was at a hospital on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Hmm.
And at the hospital, I'm like, no, she's gonna be born at 12 o'clock a.m. because she's gonna have her own birthday. I'm
Yeah.
not about to have any guy out here saying that, you know what, you get one gift. Valentine's is your birthday. So that was the hardest thing for me. I was done. I wanted done. That's it. It's never happened again. So I do have a question though. Switching to college, would you say how many offers did you get and how did you choose the school that you wanted to go to?
Coming out of college, I had about 20
Hmm.
plus offers.
Okay.
20 plus offers, and they all offered me at different positions. Some teams wanted me to play receiver, some teams wanted me to play
Hmm.
corner. But I made a
Okay.
decision, to play corner because like I said, I was small and I didn't know if
Hmm.
I was gonna be able to take some of those hits, man, coming across the middle and playing receiver. Schools that, that were there was a lot of schools interested in me. Texas, Oklahoma. It was a lot of, big time schools, but I chose to stay. My goal was to stay in Louisiana because, of course, my son was my
Right.
son was born, so I didn't want to be too far away from him, but not too close to home. But so my top schools were LSU and I Tech, but unfortunately, LSU didn't work out. I guess they got guys that they thought that was better. So I went to Louisiana Tech, where I was
Mhm.
appreciated and they show love.
That's good. All right. So, being in college, would you say, as also being a student athlete, were you able to have that college experience? Like personally, I'm a Delta, so at my college, I did the sorority thing. So, did you get to go to the parties? Did you decide to ever want to be Greek, or did you just miss the college experience?
I'm sorry, man, but and I don't want to seem like I was just, but in college, man, I was so focused, man.
Okay.
So focused in college, and La Tech is like Thibodeau. It's small, not really a lot
Small.
you can do. So I was, when I get bored, I watch TV. Or get bored, I go to the facility and watch film. Or, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
think the only positive I got out of it, it was a good school, but it wasn't like LSU. It wasn't a, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't
I
able
wasn't
to,
going to LSU.
you know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to do all the fun things. If it wasn't really fun, it was all business. I think the positive side of I got of it was, I met some lifetime friends, man, teammates that
Mhm.
still to this day. And of course I met, my girlfriend
Oh no, you met her at college?
together. Yeah, after my freshman year. We've been together since.
Okay, I love that. Yes, please. I swear to God, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So I always wanted to know this, probably as a fan. When you guys are in college, how do you decide, like, hey, this is my time to enter the draft?
Some guys enter when they're hot.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is if you consistently having good years
Mm-hmm.
and you getting better and better and better. So but some guys stay, okay, let's say they don't play this year or they don't do too good this year. They stay their junior year, they don't have a good junior year and they be like, all right, well, I'm gonna stay my senior year and come back and get better. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
always the decision goes by it goes by how hot are you. What I mean by hot is, are you at the top of your game right
Right
now?
now. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
for me, I went 3 times. So it's like I went freshman All American again, then All American. It's like if I come back my fourth year, like it's not gonna mean nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was already hot. If I
So it's
come
the
back that
perfect time.
if I come, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I come back that my senior year, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I only could hurt myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I only could get hurt or I could drop my sock. And on top of that, everybody was like, well, he's too small. I think he should come back another year. I mean, if I come back another year, I'm not gonna get no taller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not going.
So to answer your question, it's all about good timing and when the athlete is hot. When a scout, when you feel like you're at the top of your game, because when you're
That's the
making
time.
plays, they feel like, okay, he had potential and we could use that on our team. And I think it's always a good time to come out when you making big plays consistently throughout that whole year. Especially if you're a junior
Mm-hmm.
or a senior.
Because you did 2 years in college and then went to the draft. Was it?
I did three. Well, you in
3
football,
years?
you have to do three.
3 years. Okay. So I'm still
I
learning.
played as a true freshman, true sophomore, and I left as a junior.
So in 2020, that's the year you were drafted. That's like around that's COVID year. So explain, how was your draft night?
Man, it was devastating, man. Because
Where was you at?
I was at home. I was at home. So I was at home. I watched the first
Okay.
round with my trainer, Ernest
Okay.
Hall. I watched the first round at his crib, and a lot of corners came off the board. He was excited. I'm like, what you excited for? He like, because the more corners go off the board, he said the higher name come back up.
And I'm like, what you laughing? Why you
So
excited?
so I was projected a day two guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But COVID messed all that up, bro. COVID messed all that up, bro. Because I had the sports hernia, I had the groin surgery coming out of
Okay.
college. My junior year, I had the groin surgery. So I went through medicals when I got invited to Indianapolis, went through medicals, but we didn't, I had
Mm.
to come back because they said I had a red flag. I'm like, I'm good. But, they just say, just come back, get checked again. We're going to check you off. You're going to be good. So I had a red flag. But COVID hit. So people couldn't fly and go. So I couldn't go
Right?
back. So on my medicals, it was a red flag, like basically saying I'm injured. But I was already
Was
cleared. I just,
mm-hmm.
and whatever.
COVID. Oh my
And
God.
so now teams hit me up like, are you healthy? Are you healthy? Are you sure you're healthy? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how my name was on day two. My name was up there for best available the whole draft. But every team passed me up because they like, he's not healthy. They
Yeah,
thought
he's hurt.
so day three. I was like, man, when I saw people that I knew I was better than, like, it's nowhere in the world.
Like,
Going
wait,
before me, I knew
what?
something was up, but I didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Gruden called me the third day. I was already full of it. When Gruden called me the third day, I threw my man. I had my age around my girl, my son, a couple of my friends who was at my age,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I was trying to hold it all in. And I was about to throw my phone on the ground. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be cool. I got too many people watching. I sat my phone
Right.
down, flipped it over. When I flipped it over, man, I kind of waited, and my phone lit up. When it lit up, I looked. It was a Florida number. I said, it better not be none. If this is one of my family members, they gonna get it.
Because why are you calling me right
Why
now?
are you calling me?
Why you calling me?
I answered the phone. It was Gruden. And he asked me like, "What's up, Amik? Whatever." I'm like, "What's up, man? Are you healthy?" He said, "If you're not, we're gonna get the best trainers for you." Like, cause everybody thought I wasn't healthy.
Ooh.
Like, we gonna get the best trainer. I'm like, "Man, coach, I'm good. I'm ready to go."
Mm-hmm.
It's just you I'm seeing on here playing with that fire, that swag. I'm like, yeah, that's me. The rest was history, man. Like, when I threw that phone down, it was more. You know how some people they be happy. They're happy when they drafted.
Mm-hmm.
I was more angry. Like, I was crying. I was emotional. I was crying because, like, so many teams had passed me. So many teams
Pass
that,
you by. Because y'all ain't even know.
and most of those
Listen,
guys that is crazy, man. Most of those guys that came out in my class,
where they at?
they're not even in the league no more.
I was about to say, where they at?
I think the only few people, the only ones still in the league right now is me, Jerry Sneed, Kendall Viador.
Wait, Vilder that's on our team was in your same draft class?
He came in the class with me.
I got a conversation for him too one day.
Trayvon Diggs, and I think AJ Terrell. Like that. That's five corners. And the guy from the Bears,
Oh, dang.
Johnson, whatever his name is. But other than that, everybody else there, they're out the league.
Okay, so being on draft night, so I always want to know this for NFL athletes. Do you have an idea like, okay, you know what? I want to go to this team. Like, did you have the idea like, oh my God, I want to move here. I want to play for this team, or it's like wherever it goes?
Didn't. I didn't, because at the time I didn't know about tax or nothing. I just wanted to play football. But now that I know about, it's some teams that hey man,
You
you know,
know.
tax is crazy, bro. Tax is crazy. But now, draft night, man, I just wanted to go to a team that appreciated
Mhm.
me, wanted me to be a part of
Mhm.
the organization.
No, that's cool. So, I mean, a little backstory about myself. My daughter's father, he's from Oakland.
Hmm.
So when you switched over to Detroit, I'm like, yeah, we taking y'all players, y'all weak. Like I was just talking so much shit. He like, man, y'all got y'all a good one. I'm proud, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I understand. I was hyped. So every time a player comes into Detroit, I'm like, let me see who this person is. Let me see who he do. So I'm like, okay, me, okay, we need this defense. But how did you feel when it's like, you know what? I'm getting traded to Detroit. I mean, we was popping in, so I understand if it would have happened in 2018, 19, but was you like, yes, 313?
I wanted. But I wasn't really traded. Carlton was traded, so I
Right,
was.
Carlton's first.
I was a free agent. You know,
Okay, I get it now. So
I,
you were free and then they had to
yeah,
just pick you up.
yeah.
Okay,
So I
okay,
so I
okay.
was able to pick what team to go to. So when they called me the first, so how a free agent go, like the first day, if
Okay.
the team hit you up, that means you're a priority. Like that means they really want you, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second day means, you know, it's just like the draft all over. The second day is like, okay, we didn't get this guy, we couldn't get this guy, so we gonna go after this guy, right? Yeah. So it's 3 days of free agency. They called me
Okay.
the first. I was training. I forgot it was free agency. They called me. The Lions called my agent the first day.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions want you to be there. I'm like, he said, you want a 2 year deal or you want a 3 year deal? I'm like, man. He said they offer you a 2 year deal, but what you want? You want a 2 year or 3 year deal? I said, man, I want a 3 year deal.
Okay.
He like, okay, I'm gonna call him back, whatever. See what they say. So he called me. He called him. Then he called me like an hour later. He like, look, I reached out to the Lions. They said they gonna give me a call back. They didn't tell me what deal they was going. Just they said they gonna give me a call back.
Call back.
I wanted, I kind of was greedy at the time. I wanted more money, right? So then it got to a point that I'm like, nah, that's why I need to be. He like, so then after I asked for that deal, Hour later, he said, yeah, I talked to him, whatever, but they said they're gonna call us back. Then like 30 minutes later, they traded. It said Carlton Davis has been traded to the Lions. My agent called me like, I think the Lions might be out, man. They just traded for Carlton Davis.
That's crazy. They
I'm
don't let y'all
devastated.
know that.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I think I messed that up, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So then he was like, so we got these other teams still on the table. Like they offer you, the 49ers
Mm-hmm.
offered me more money, but I didn't want to go there. Washington offered me, I just didn't want to. My heart wasn't there. My heart was at Detroit for some reason.
313.
And he was like, now you can wait, but if you wait the second day, then some of these teams might take the offer away. They might go get other guys, and you might not be left with nothing. I thought about so I'm in a sticky situation. I'm like, I'm gonna bet on myself. I said, man, I'm gonna wait. And the second day, I prayed about it that night before. I prayed about it, and then before I woke up to go work out, my phone rang again as my agent. He like, look, the Lions came back. They said they're gonna give you the same deal, but they even gonna give you. He said, Meek, I think they really want you because they offer you the same. It's the same deal,
Mm-hmm.
but they giving you more money guaranteed. So they really saying like we really
Come on,
want you.
me.
And I was like, man, I told my agent my exact words, bruh, just get the fucking deal done. Like just like that, like just get the deal done. Like I don't care about just get the fucking deal done. And
And now you're here. And we in the 313. And I mean, I would tell you a lot of people call me insane, delusional all these years. I feel like anybody, the Lions, we do no wrong. I don't know. I don't care if y'all want to go back years of saying we was 0-16 paper bag team, but
yeah,
I feel like we the most perfect team ever. And I do believe third time the charm. I mean, the year before we went to the playoffs.
yeah,
It's right. We went to the playoffs. So I'm saying
have to
third
be.
time.
It have to be, bro.
Third
And I
time.
watched all those videos, man. I watched all those videos, man. Like when I signed to the Lions, dog, like I became a part of that. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. Like that you can't bury will come from the dirt. Like I really watched this team like brown paper bags, people throwing like just and you want it no other way though. You like it like that. Like you like being the underdogs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you like earning it. Like ain't nothing given in Detroit, man. Like it's everything earned, and I wanted to be a part of that because that defined me. Like everything in my life, I had to earn. I had to scratch
You had
and
to
claw. You know what I'm saying?
grind for out here.
So,
Listen, I understand.
so it's like that's why I felt like I fit the culture there, man. I fit the culture.
So look though, I have a question. So how does it work with okay, so you had 21 now. You had 21 in college, right?
Yeah.
Did you have 21 in high school?
Now I had number 8 in high
Number
school.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that how it worked with the Lions, I think Tracy was gone first. So do you just come in, just take the number, or do you have to like ask somebody for the number? Like how do you
Yeah,
get to
you would
keep your
have
number?
to. Yeah, you. I don't know if I'm right. Well, nah. I mean, it's all public now, so I could speak on this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like so if a person have, let's say Tracy Walker was at the Lions. The only reason why I was able to get the number because he was gone.
Okay.
He was released, so 21 was open.
Yeah.
Now when I came, now I was like I wanted 21. But how it worked if a person is already on the team and he have 21 and a vet come in and like man, let me get the number. You got to pay for it. Like
Yeah, I've heard that. Like, hey,
you know
I
what I'm saying. You got
want
to
my
pay for it. Yeah,
21.
yeah.
So if 21 wasn't available, what other number would you choose? Your high school
I
number?
don't know. I honestly don't know.
21.
Everything happened for a reason. You know, in college, I wanted number one, but when I came in, because I told Skip Holtz, I said the head coach at the time at Louisiana Tech, I said I wanted number one. I said he was like, "Why?" I was like, "Cause I'm gonna be the best.
Number
I'm gonna
one?
earn it though." I said, "I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the best guy on your defense." And he was like, "Okay." But as a freshman, you got other guys in college,
Mm-hmm.
seniors and juniors, the guys that proven. After I came in, he sat down with me like, "Look, man. After I signed, he like, I know I promised you number one, but a lot of older guys feel like, how could I give number one to a freshman that haven't proven himself?" I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
I said, I'm gonna prove it.
Okay.
So I ended up being a freshman All American my freshman year, and then like the last game of the season, he asked me like, "Look, man, I know it's the end of the season, but going into next season, you the first person I'm asking, do you want number one?" I'm like, "Nah." I said I was kind of immature. I said, "Nah, man." I said I'm gonna keep 21 because I knew in the NFL I was gonna have a higher number. You know what I'm saying? So I kept 21, man. I've been keeping. You know, I'm planning on having 21. You know, for the rest of my career.
That's crazy. So listen. All right, so this is a fan point of view question. Okay, on Instagram we see the Ricky dinners. Did you have to experience that?
Nah, COVID,
Yes.
COVID.
No, that makes sense. I'm saying when I see it, I think the other day I saw somebody drop a bill for 130, and I'm just like, oh my god, they should bring it back for y'all because I feel like everybody should be able to experience the Ricky dinner. But you got
Nah, we,
lucky.
we had our Ricky dinner this year. We had our Ricky dinner. TA and Rake and Mo. Yeah, we had our Ricky
But
dinner.
you wasn't the rookie though.
Yeah, I wasn't a Ricky. That's why I don't really do it. You know, I don't really try to
Cause you
go
didn't
over
get
their head with. I'm not trying to spend no 130. Yeah, I wouldn't do the Ricky stat.
okay,
Nah,
so
about 15K. Yeah, you know, y'all can handle that.
all right, so coming out to Detroit, how does it work? So when they tell you, hey, free agent, you're going to Detroit, do you automatically just have to, find a place to live, or just is it stressful? Like, how does this?
So they put you in
How
a
was your
hotel first.
transition? Because you went from Las
Mine was
Vegas
kind of easy.
to
Mine was
here.
kind of easy. I
Okay.
was already like I said, I was already moving from Vegas.
Mhm.
I was already leaving Vegas anyway. Mine was kind of easy, and I had just bought a house. I just shipped all my stuff, and I had moved my stuff in my house that I just bought, and the Lions had put me in a hotel. So you know they put me in a hotel just until you could find a place in. They gave me enough time to be able to find a place, and I was able to find. You know, I found a place where everybody else said it's
Yeah.
me, BB, TA,
But it all works out.
all us stay by each other. So it was Detroit did a good job of helping the players be able to move.
Okay, so being out here in Detroit, do you go anywhere? Do you step outside? Do you go to the restaurants? Do you go to the clubs? Or it's like, I'm staying inside? Like, have you got to experience here? I love my city. So,
The
do you
only
have a
thing
restaurant you go to at least? Coney?
I think Sexy Steak might be my best restaurant.
Okay.
That restaurant is cool. For stepping out, I don't really step out. Don't get me wrong, but like if they hit me up like after the Vikings game, I didn't go out. I went to the crib. It's like I go out. I don't really go out how I used to go out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really go out how I used to go out. I like Detroit, man, because it keep me grounded. Like it
Mm-hmm.
keep me inside. I do dash food every day, watch TV, watch movies, and play my game, man. I be sometimes I go eat out by myself. I go to a little brunch spot by myself. I go to a brunch spot called Fixins. It's smooth.
Yeah, that's a
So
good. It's a new spot. Got some
yeah.
soul
So
food, mac and cheese.
I ain't gonna say Detroit is bad, but it's the younger me probably wouldn't last in Detroit because I wouldn't want to be going out but like I
No, that
didn't
makes sense.
mature so much. I didn't mature so much, man. I like it because I be chilling. Like it's chill. It's chill.
Okay, so my recommendation, I have a favorite restaurant. It's out in like West Bloomfield area. It's called Nara. It's the hibachi restaurant.
I never heard of it.
Okay, you should try it out. I know today's Valentine's. If you want to, it's a good restaurant. Are you here or are you out of
No,
town?
that's what I'm saying. Right now I'm in Louisiana.
Oh, so
I'm in
you
Louisiana.
got
I'm in
that taken
Louisiana.
care of. But when
Yeah.
you come back, it's Nara. It's very nice. Also, being here in Detroit, though, I do have a statement that I would like to see. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how it works with you, but to see more of you guys come to the high school games. I do
Yes.
feel like
Yes.
our
Yes.
high school teams in Detroit, I've argued with people
It's on my
saying that,
bucket list.
yes, listen, I think we are better than Texas, probably Louisiana, probably Florida. I think we have the best athletes out here in Detroit. I don't care about your opinion about it because that's just how I feel.
I won't even say it.
But so I do want y'all to come out a little more to these high school games because these
You're right about that.
kids,
Yeah.
they
You're right
love
about that.
y'all.
You're
They
right
love
about
y'all.
that.
And that's
We
all they talk about.
we'll make sure this year. I'll make sure this year, man. The DBs definitely. Us as a group, man. We go out to some of those high school games.
You
That'll be nice.
should. Because a
It'll be
lot of
nice.
people focus on, they focus on quarterbacks and wide receivers and running backs. But I'm like, okay, we need more defensive players out
Yeah.
here showing these athletes, like, look, y'all can make it to the NFL. Look at me. You know how our Detroit community is. So it's like just
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
more outreach from the Lions would be very helpful.
Yeah. No, you're right about that.
Also, okay, so fan point of view question because I have just a few of them. When
Mhm.
you guys go out of town and you get on the plane, how is the seats chosen? Like, you know how you got a big plane, right? So you have first class seats, business class seats.
That I don't know.
Do you
At
just
first,
go
I thought it
sit?
was. At first, I thought it was about starters, right? But BB and TA was in the middle. Like, so I'm in the front. Like me, Carlton. Kirby was in the front, Hutch, like all us, Anzo, we were in the front.
Okay.
But guys are like, in the first class seats. But guys like TA and BB, they're in BB is sometime in the in the front, and then sometimes he's in the back. Like, well, not at first time he's first class, then sometimes he's in the middle seat. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it goes by years. Really, I don't know. That's something I can't answer. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I always wanted to know when y'all get on the planes because we see them pictures.
Mm.
I was in the airline industry for a very amount of years. And then we'll say, okay, the Lions are coming in, we'll see them, or blah blah blah. But I always wondered, like, okay, you know what? We're gonna put these people in first class and these people in the back, and then y'all get economy in the last row in the back.
I don't know how
Always
it works.
wanted to know that.
I honestly, I'm kind of mad that I can't answer that question. I really don't know. I really don't know, man. That's crazy. I never asked either. Sometimes I thought of that, but I never asked. I never asked.
So another question. I don't know if you can fully answer this, but when you first started football, it felt like a sport. Like I love it. I love it. This is where my passion is. This is what I want to do. Is there a point where it started to feel like a job? Or would you say it's both?
Yes, yes, because
Because you're getting paid. So it's like you got to do your
you getting
job.
paid, and yeah, like you getting paid to play football, but you getting paid to do it at a high level. At a job,
Mm-hmm.
we want the best workers, and when you play football, you want the best. You want the best guys or whoever gonna do their job at the highest
Okay.
level. Yeah. Sometimes for me, sometimes it turns into a job, but I love football so much, man. Like I never wake up and feel like I gotta go. I gotta.
I got to go to work.
I'm playing a fun game that I love, man. It doesn't feel like a job to me because I'm gonna try to
Okay.
play at a high level all the time. Like y'all know me, I'm competitive. I never wake up and be like, oh, I don't feel like going to practice. I never do that. And you go out and ask anybody on the team. They have never saw me wake up in the morning and be like, "Damn, I don't feel like that."
But I'm
I'm
here.
always headphones in, ready. You know what I'm saying? I can say sometimes it feels like a job. Sometimes it feels like a job, but for me, majority of the time, man, it's just a game that I love to play.
No, that makes sense. So, okay, so a question I want to go back to is when you guys, get hired into the league and they say, okay, this is how much we're paying you and this is your signing bonus. What would you say was your first big purchase? Like, I'm doing this. Or you haven't made a big purchase.
My first big purchase.
Or what was your first thing? Some people say, I wanted to get my mom a house and I wanted to do
Yeah, I
this.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't do that. My first thing, because I had hired a financial advisor. I think the first, not my first
Smart.
big purchase, but the first thing that big that I did
Mm-hmm.
was my rookie year Thanksgiving. I flew almost my whole family to
Out to
to my
Vegas.
house, out to Vegas, and we had Thanksgiving at my house.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
and
What
I
did you
spent
pay somebody to cook?
nah. So my family could cook. They could cook,
To cook.
but I had just moved in, and it was a short period of
Mm-hmm.
time. So I had to hurry up and hire an interior designer, and they had to come hurry up and decorate. So that was about 20. It's crazy that was about 20,000
To decorate?
to decorate, to just put stuff in the house, like everything. That was about 20,000, and then I flew them everybody there, whatever. Got Reynolds. Well, I got a big Sprinter van, so all it
For
was
your
about, it was
family?
about yeah, it was a good
That was
grip of money.
something.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a good grip of money.
20
I would say
grand
my
interior.
first purchase for myself would probably be my 21 chain, but that was when I was kind of high on jewelry. But I don't really take jewelry too serious no more.
Okay, so being a CB for Detroit Lions, honestly, like I said, I watch football. Football is my mental peace, but do I know the details that have to do with football? No. So I have seen that they will say that you are a nickel or started as a nickel CB. Like, what does? I mean, it's 11 players on the field, so I'm confused. What does the five have to do with it?
A nickel. So CB. First of all, I didn't really agree. They always limited me as a CB4. I mean CB3, as in
I didn't know.
CB.
I thought it was just two CBs and a
Yeah,
safety and a.
so they call a CB3 a nickel. So it's CB1,
Okay.
CB2, then
Okay.
CB3 is a nickel, and you have a safety and a safety. Because sometimes you might play a certain personnel, base personnel, the
Hmm.
nickel is not in. You got three linebackers, but then the nickel, a linebacker come out, and the DB as a corner, nickel comes in to guard the fast guy because they wouldn't put a linebacker on the slot guy. Slots are too quick for linebackers.
Okay, so look, slot, like I said, slot is the person that probably starts here and drives there, not go straight
Yeah,
back, right?
emotion and all. A slot guy is a receiver that's in the inside.
Okay.
So sometimes they have two receivers in the game and a tight end. I mean, two receivers and two tight ends. That means big personnel. So they have base. They'll just have three linebackers in. But when
Okay.
they take a tight end out and put a receiver in, that means most of the time they're about to pass the ball. So they put a
Mm.
guy in that could the next best guy that could cover. So they put a nickel in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And a
okay, so
nickel,
that's like I get it. St. Brown, because I try to. I'm listening. I think I've been
yeah,
on the playbook. So we had St. Brown, we had J Mo, then I think I would see Khalif or somebody run in,
uh-huh,
and I'd be like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So it's a
You know what
play
I'm saying?
thing.
That mean they about to pass. Most of the time, if you bring in a big receiver, they mean
Mm-hmm.
you about to run a ball, you about to block, so they'll put a linebacker in. But if you put a shifting fast receiver in, he don't want to block, so
Okay,
they put a nickel in, so the nickel could guard the slot guy.
the person
But
that's just sliding
I didn't really like it though,
the
because
nickel part,
when I was at the Raiders, I played corner. I could play nickel, I could play it, but
but
I don't like going
oh,
in and out of off the field. I don't like coming in and out.
okay. So the Vikings game, you would say that you were just straight CB, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's crazy. It was after the Bills game. After the
Mm-hmm.
During the Bills game, they were about to put me at corner.
Okay.
But I was like, I didn't really go over the plays at corner. I was strictly running about nickel. They asked me like, can you go in and play? I'm like, the competitive side of me was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in and play. But thinking about the team, the smart side,
Mm-hmm.
the veteran of me was like, I'm not about to go out there and not know what I'm doing, and it's not just me out there. I'm affecting all my teammates. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was
Okay.
like, nah.
I mean,
But then
hearing it from y'all side, because I mean, from my side, we think that okay, everybody on defense can. If you're a CB, you can play all types of
yeah,
positions.
yeah, I can like
Yeah.
they signed me because I'm versatile. I'm probably
Mm-hmm.
the only guy in the room if I'm being honest.
They can play both.
Besides BB plays nickel and safety.
Okay. Yeah. Cause
BB probably the
it's
only one that
confusing.
can play two positions. But like me, I'm the guy that could play corner and nickel. So that's why I think they signed me too because of my versatility. But when they told me after that Bills game, like you gonna
All
be at
right.
corner,
You.
I was happy. I was so happy, bro. And they knew I was happy. They knew. And those past three games, I was at corner. I got game ball 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a
For
row, I
being that
got.
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
I'm on the field
never
all the time.
understood.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on
So
the field
now
all
I
the time.
know. So okay. So being a cornerback, right? And say, for example, the wide receiver, they burn you or whatever. Like, what is your mindset? Like, I know how it feels as a fan, and we probably are saying the most not awful things,
Yeah.
but being a player, how do you feel about that? And then when you come back in, it's like, okay, I got to guard the same player and hope that he doesn't do it again. Like, how does that work in your mental?
You know what? That's why everybody can't play cornerback. Everybody can't.
Mm,
You have to have a different mindset. And I think
okay.
what I would give the Raiders credit, I'm not gonna say that because people gonna say, "Oh, that's what he was talking about." Nah,
No, okay, it's
the
fine.
Raiders, they kind of almost so they was hard on me, right?
Okay.
Because I came in, I ain't came in as good because I wasn't like I never played nickel, so I wasn't really ready. And I was getting beat a lot my first 2 years at the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
My third, but and I used to worry about what people say, like, "Oh, he's this and that." But the Raiders molded me into getting my confidence back how I was in college and how I was in
Mm-hmm.
high school. So it's like the mindset that I have as a DB. If you beat me, you got to beat me again, or if you beat me,
Yes.
you're not going to beat me again. You know what I'm
Okay, you
saying?
got one. That's it.
Yeah, you have to have that mindset because it happens.
Yes.
Every DB has gotten beat. Every DB. That's why everybody
Okay, that
can't
makes
play
sense.
it. Everybody can't play DB. You have to have a
Yeah, I
different
couldn't.
mindset to play DB. So, and you're playing backwards. You're going against you guarding about somebody backwards, and you don't know where they're going. Like they know where they're going, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. You have to have that mindset. If you get beat, know that my mindset is I'm gonna win more than I lose. So if I lose this rep, I'm gonna win the next three. I
Mm-hmm.
might win another rep after that, but I'm gonna win the next four. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to have that mindset to win more than you lose because in the league, man, you're going against the best of the best. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So I just have that mindset, man. I'm the ultimate competitor. So if a person beat me, and he got me. You have to have that next play mentality. As a
All right, you
corner,
got me.
you have to have that next play mentality
All right,
because you
like
can't.
try to run it back.
Yeah, you can't get beat and then the rest of the game think about it all because it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. You run about that play,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to keep happening. Next play, man. AG installed that too, man. He installed that in me, bro. Like, hey, bro, you're not at the Raiders no more. Like, if you get beat, bro, we believe in you. Like, next play, and that's how I'm able to play at a high level, bro. I'm able to play at a high
Cause
level.
this way.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of AG, how do you feel? Like, I mean, me on the fan level, it's like, I've science, ride or die since I've been born. But now I
Yeah.
feel like, oh my God, my family is breaking up. I mean, I guess for y'all it's business, and I think we did get a new defensive
Yeah.
coordinator, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all good? You
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Personal relationships,
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Vikings game, when you made that quote, right? And I have it down, and you was like, all right, so the quote had me when because we had the Dan Campbell speech and they had everything. Is this just something that you was just like, oh, and I felt it, and these words just came out like, you can't bury what's already in the dirt. So we all on Instagram like, oh, this is crazy. Like, was this something that just flowed out, or was this idea you already had? And did you know you was about to go viral off that?
I didn't. I didn't know I was gonna go viral. You know me, man. I'm a very passionate. If nobody know, man, I'm a very passionate guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like where I play the game is, like I said, I love the game of football, and it's like that quote. I've tweeted that. I've tweeted something similar to that and posted on Facebook since I was in high school.
Okay.
I could pull up in 2017. I tweeted they try to crucify me, but they can't. I mean, they try to crucify me, but they can't. I say something, but you can't bury something.
Yeah.
It
So.
was similar, like but that quote was basically off of it was emotional, pure, raw. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
something that I can't wait to say this. It just something
It
that was
just
in my heart, and I
flowed.
and I said it. You know what I'm saying? Because that quote didn't only that quote defines everything, bro. Like that quote don't
Mm-hmm.
because some people took it as he talking about the Raiders. Oh, he took
I never heard that. I thought they took it as like
like everybody was
from.
like, he talking about the Raiders. He talking about like he talking about the Raiders. Nah,
I thought
like
it's like
Amik
where you
Robertson, the Raiders.
from and how you been. That's what I
You know
took
what
it
I'm
as.
saying? It was. Now don't get me wrong. It was maybe the Raiders had some input on it, but they wouldn't a big
The big picture of it.
elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It was my life story, period. I've been doubting my whole life. Oh, he's too small. He can't do this. He can't do that. He can't. Every time it's something positive I did, oh, let's see if he could do this then. Oh, all right, he did that. Well, let's see if he could do this. Like it was always something because of my size, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm the example. If I gotta go through the fire, the if I gotta go through the fire and all that for guys that look like me, so be it. Let me be the example. So that's why that quote was like, these people gave me an opportunity, brother, be me, and I got a whole organization that believe in me. They trust me. The fan base, they love me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dog, I want to run through a wall for these people. So that quote was basically like, man, throughout everything, no matter what, if they try to say you can't do this, F them. Like, F them. Like, you've come
Yeah.
from nothing already. For the kid that's in, that somebody say you can't do that, and it's hard. Keep going, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. And that quote just went viral, man. And
Next,
I really got it from a
a song.
it's a song that Meek Mill made, man, but it's a song that didn't really go too viral. It was like a single that he made with the
Mm-hmm.
Drake and Meek and with the him and Drake beef. It was like made in like 2016. It's called Meek Mill King. And he said when the song first came on, he said people try to crucify me. He said we already came from the dirt. You can't bury me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I was like, damn.
Oh shit, that's fire.
And I was listening to that from high school, and I still listen to it till now. And
All
it's just
right.
that quote was just something that fit me. It just defined me.
All right. So then when you start your games, and I try to get there as early as possible when you guys are out there, what are you listening to? Because I've heard people say Rod Wave. I've heard people say all type of artists. I mean, who you going for? Or are you the person that be like, I'm just listening to some quotes?
Nah, I can't. I can't. I like to be in my zone, man. I don't really like being too focused. The artists I like, NBA. I would say probably number one NBA, number two Lil Baby,
I like Lil Baby.
number three might be Dirt.
I like Dirk.
Number three might be Dirk, and the fourth might be Future. It's a mix between NBA, Dirk, Future, and Lil Baby and Meek Mill.
Okay. So just a couple more questions though. So being on social media and you guys, are professional athletes, do you read the comments that people put out there? I mean, do you ignore them? Are you the person to, respond back? Because listen, I'm that fan. So when I see people make comments and I'm like, they can't respond how they want to respond. So I'm that person like, F you this, don't be talking about my players this. Like, do you just let it be? Have you ever had any crazy comments since you've been in the league?
I used to worry about it. Like when I was at the Raiders,
You did?
I used to let them define who I was. I used to
Mm-hmm.
believe the stuff they were tweeting and say, "Oh, Meek ain't this." I used to believe it, but got to a point now. Once
Y'all not
I
even in the
found myself,
league.
once I found myself again, and once I gained my confidence back, and I remember who I was.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll see something probably on there. Let me tell you something. If I respond, I'm trolling, bro. I'm bored. I'm
Just
trolling.
for the hell of it.
It's not, and but it's rare though. It's rare. I'll see something and be like, good and bad though. Like if they say something bad, I just if it's good because I know how this league is. That's like now, like if you're doing great, they love you. The
Mm-hmm.
moment you can make 1,000 plays, I love Amik. But the moment I mess up one time,
That one
oh he's
time.
trash, trash. I
That
know how this
one
goes. So
time.
when you understand how this goes, so I don't really
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care for it. Like I appreciate all the positive, but I don't really care for the negative. I don't.
Okay. So after this Commanders game, I know I was in the stands like, what the fuck? Like I'm telling you, my heart was like, oh my God. But that is coming from my point of view as a fan. I mean, how are you now? How is your mental? Like, I wouldn't say I know how it feels to get injured
Mhm.
in a big game on a professional level, but I mean, I know how it is being in the stands. I mean, but for you actually being on the field, like right now, how are you? Are you okay?
I'm good. Yeah,
Like,
I'm good
you
now.
good?
Like I said, I got I ain't got them cast on.
You got to get, you good?
Yeah, yeah, but
Okay.
it's a couple pain here and there because I'm going through therapy soreness. I'll be man, I'm healing fast. I'll be back. I'm mentally good. I'm mentally great. I'm mentally great.
Mentally great.
Because
That's all.
it could have been worse. All I got is a broken bone. They fix it up, and I'll be back 100%, 110% for the season.
Okay. So I have a couple of fan questions and a couple this or that, and then we're just going to wrap it up. So I've heard the words and when people say DB, wide receiver, DB, would you play another position? Like, would you play offense or is just straight defense if you could play another position?
Yeah, I would definitely play. I mean, I definitely play receiver. I'm an offensive.
Maybe receiver?
If you look at, they played it in a um, because when you voted team captain for the Detroit Lions,
Mm-hmm.
like for certain games, if you voted a team captain, they show your like your background. They talk about your background, whatever, and they show your high school highlights. And people were like, bro, like you really
You
could play
really was that
offense. I'm
dog.
like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm an offensive guy. I just play defense. I'm telling you. But I really wanted to show the fans, bro, if I would have caught that pick against Jefferson and they would have saw my return skills or like, me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wish I could have get. That's what I wish I could get back, man. But yeah. So I definitely, if I was to pick another position, I definitely play receiver.
Okay. So I have another question because I always wanted to know this. If you could take away a rule in football, penalty call, what would you take away? For me personally, I hate, maybe I don't understand. Like I said, I'm still learning. I do not like the pass interference call. But what about you? Or everything just
Yeah,
works?
I don't like those pass interference calls either because
Don't get it.
no, this one okay, this one I wish I could take back. Pass interference, yeah, but the if I catch a pick,
Mm-hmm.
but me and the receiver got the ball, but I caught the pick, but the receiver got two hands on the ball,
They still give it
like
to him, right?
they give it to the receiver. I wish that's I wish
Okay.
I could take that one back. I think that one would be number two. But the defensive PIs, man, the way the refs be calling them things, that's horrible, bro. Horrible.
All right, so just two little questions just about you personally. What is your favorite movie? Just a personal question. Do you
The
know?
Wood.
The what?
I would say it's
Did you say The Wood? The classical?
Apocalypto and The Wood.
So you have a tie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this off season, what do you plan on doing? I guess I think when I looked up, y'all have OTAs probably in May or whatever. So do you spend time just out of town, just, working on your game, working on everything? Like, how does off season work for Amik?
Well, now this off season, I usually I play a lot of basketball to get my cardio, just to keep my body going, because I don't want to just sit and. But
I
now I
did see
can't.
that video the other day when you and Terrion.
Yeah. Can't play now. I can't play basketball. So as of now, my all season now, man, it's just rehabbing, man. Just thinking about the game, visualizing the game. Just rehabbing, building myself back up. I'm take a couple trips, probably about three or four trips. Just to kind of wine and dine. But when I'm able to start doing what I want to do as far as working out, I'm gonna get to it. So that's that's
All right.
that's basically it.
All right, so the goal for next season, I'm telling you, I know you don't have no control, but as a fan, I'm telling you that we'll be in Cali, winning the Super Bowl. Y'all ain't got no choice, and I know it's not in y'all control, but I'm telling you as a fan, y'all don't have no choice but to make it work. And, I'll be there. I'm a season ticket holder for the last few years. I am in the end zone by the tunnel. I like that because we get to scream.
Yeah.
Wait, I got a question. Can you guys hear us? I'm in the end zone. I know you're in the back, but I swear when it gets quiet, I be like, me, get on me. Can you hear us or not really?
That
Am I screaming
field,
for nothing?
yes, that field is Bass Stadium is so loud, bro.
Loud?
Yes, that stadium.
Really?
It was loud for the preseason. I'm like,
Oh
but
yeah,
that stadium is so
yeah,
loud.
yeah,
In the
yeah.
blackout games too, when they black out and the lights
Oh, the lights
oh
go
my
out. And we do. We
that's
will
so
rock
hard.
you.
That's so hard. And they be doing a wave thing. That's hard, bro. I be looking like,
Oh no,
damn,
I did post a video. Like it's still going. It's like the ninth time,
I'm
and
really
y'all
here.
still
Like I
going.
really play for this team. This is crazy, and I'm on this grass. It's crazy. It's unreal feeling, bro. Like unreal feeling.
Okay, well, listen. I do appreciate you for
Yeah,
joining my podcast. It was fun talking to you and getting to know you, more on a personal level. So everybody, if you are not following Amik already, get him on Instagram. And also, again, please subscribe to his YouTube because I have a few more athletes coming up soon. So Amik, I appreciate you. It was fun talking to you. Uh, I really appreciate you. That's it for today. And everybody, I will see you next week. Peace out.